Alright, well, buttoned up the cowl tonight. Didn't spend a whole lot of time out here, just finished welding this up. I just kind of started on it the other night. If you didn't catch the last video, got everything epoxy primed, black epoxy, got my pedals mounted up. See my arms I made here, bolting to the top up here. And of course my pedals hanging. Pulled the actual pedal covers off. And cowl all welded up. Taped off these grills to hopefully keep some trash out of them. Still have to tape up this. I was welding right by it, so I didn't want to burn the tape on. But I'm gonna have to try out some different weld through primers because what I have does not like to weld at all. Probably didn't help. I'm sure I tried to grind away the epoxy. Well, I taped off where I epoxied, so the whole like 1-inch strip wasn't even epoxied, but it was painted with a weld through underneath. I tried to scuff away a good bit of the weld through before even laying it on, and then I also scuffed away the top where this E-coating was. And it still wanted to spit and sputter and spatter and pop and you name it. But some of these welds came out better than others. Like obviously, you know, some of these will require a little to no grinding, whereas other ones, like this nasty thing, you know, will require a lot. You can see where like this one welded good, where this one spit and sputtered and popped and blew out. So same thing with this one. But I got these plugs. I ended up having to weld these plugs in. They screw in from factory and have like a caulk adhesive underneath, or like a seam sealer that goes underneath. I couldn't do that because of this bar. I don't know if you see, but this is the plug right here, and that screw hole is right over the top of it. I like how somebody nailed this. Guess I'll have to recoat that again. But anyways, the screw was gonna hit this, and so I had to end up welding it. I just seam sealed from the top. I'll probably seam seal again from underneath once I roll the car over and coat it. But the floor will end up getting another coat of epoxy and probably lizard skin eventually. I've still got epoxy back here once I weld around the wheel wells. That one's welded in, but along the bottom floor it's not. This one's just tech screwed in with self tappers. If y'all want to see actual progress video, like while I'm working, let me know. I never really thought about it, but my roommate could be, you know, capturing some video clips of me actually working. If y'all want to see, you know, the work actually being done instead of just aftermath of it. But anybody that's ever doing this, I highly recommend tech screwing everything. It'll hold your place if you have to pull the panel off for any reason, and you'll know exactly where to put it back. And it gives you pretty much a vice grip, or almost vice grip tight seam. I mean, I would still recommend vice grip, and obviously the gaps here to weld, and then you can, that's easy spot weld holes to come back to. You just put a piece of copper plate or whatever, a weld spoon behind it, and fill it in. But anyways, the next step will be the fender aprons. I'll be, you know, welding this section in, the aprons, and then that top section that goes across, and all that came from Mustangs to Fear. And that'll be after, of course, I blend these down. Well, actually, I don't know. Well, I'll have to at least blend the ones down that are right here and throw some kind of coating on those, since this will cover those up. But, alright guys, thanks for watching. Until next time.